We're going to start with a very, very light whiskey. It's an Old Pultney 12. It's a great introductory whiskey. If you're nervous about getting into whiskey, this is a smooth whiskey. It's light enough that it's a good introduction, and then we'll move on to some whiskeys with a little bit more flavor profile after.
Okay, so what am I looking for?
First thing you want to do is we're going to look at what's called the legs. So what you want to do is just sort of spin your whiskey, sort of like wine, but you're not opening it up like you would a wine. And what you're looking for is something called the whiskey legs. Now, if you look at your glass, you'll see that there's droplets coming down from that line. Okay, that's showing you the viscosity, so the oil level in it, and also the alcohol percentage. So you can do this actually with any spirit. The slower a drop comes down, usually there's more alcohol in it. These are coming down pretty quickly, so they're at 40. This alcohol is at 40%. 40% is the minimum for a Scotch. It has to be aged at least 3 years and be at least 40% alcohol to be a whiskey.
You said 40%, 40.
40%.
Beer is 5, correct?
Some beers are 5, some are American beers are 3. But yeah, for a spirit, and in order legally for it to be called a Scotch, it has to be 40% at least. There are whiskeys that are 60% alcohol. So this is a light, low alcohol whiskey.
This is Whiskey 101. Let's do it. So
Okay.
this is not a shot. You sip it, you take.
Definitely not a shot. Same thing as wine. The next thing you do is you nose it, but don't stick your nose right in because you'll get burned by the alcohol. Just stick it on the outside and take a little sniff. Do you get any specific smells from that? Delicious. That's the smell, exactly. You might, with whiskey as it's aged, whiskeys are traditionally aged in bourbon casks and sherry casks, meaning casks that have held bourbon or sherry before. This one's mostly bourbon, so there's this kind of vanilla smell to it, and then we're going to take a small sip just to get your mouth accustomed to the alcohol. So a very, very small sip on the tip of your tongue.
I'm back.
So it wasn't so bad.
Well, it's stronger than wine. It's strong. It's good. I like it. It's strong.
Do you find that it's sweet enough? Do you find it's too bitter? Do you find is it just the alcohol taste that you're?
No, it's not. It's not too strong, but it's stronger. No, I like it. This is a good choice, Toby.
Thank you. Something you can always do. Also, there's never an issue with putting a little bit of water in your whiskey,
As opposed to ice.
as opposed to ice. Like I said, the ice will melt and change the flavor of the whiskey. The water, what it does is it opens up the whiskey. It does basically the same thing as swirling a glass of wine will do.